And then 2020 hit. And that's when we had the whole so-called vaccination mandate. And I'm looking around and I'm watching generals who had no medical training suddenly pulling a pure propaganda move, telling us that masks and shots save lives. I wish I had a copy of it here. You guys have all seen the Uncle Sam poster, I'm sure of, we want you to enlist, the World War II poster. On Fort Leavenworth, they redid it. And it was Uncle Sam, I want you to wear a mask. And as a communicator, and the first rule of communication is when you have to tell someone something over and over and over and over again, you're in the midst of a propaganda campaign.
Yeah.
Right. And I saw this happening all around me. It was Orwellian. Look, there was a lot we didn't know early on, but when you're 2 years in and you still had general officers on this train of shots and masks save lives, shots and masks save lives, I realized I can't speak for this institution anymore because I'm watching good Americans, people who have sacrificed, families who have sacrificed, being treated like lepers, being looked down upon. I'm hearing officers say things like, hey, if your family members don't have a shot, maybe they shouldn't be allowed on base. There was this one exercise I went to on Fort Riley in Kansas where the commanding general put out a policy and said, if you don't have your shot, you're restricted to going just from your hotel room to the training location. You can't use any of the base facilities, including the commissary, which is where you buy food. And I thought, there were some bases, I think Fort Bragg was one of them, where certain units required members to actually put armbands on if they weren't vaccinated.
It's a little too on the nose.
Yeah,
that sounds
a little too on the nose.
familiar.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
What's the purpose of that? Marking, right? I mean,
Yes,
we've
of
read
course.
this book before. And so 2020 was my breaking point. And that's the year that they started literally terrorizing people if they weren't going along with the narrative. And that was the year that I decided I'm hitting my 20 and I'm going to move on.